you'll draw your belly down gently. So imagine if your ribs were an accordion, if you took a breath, they'd expand sideways, exhale, they come back together. But what you don't want is to tuck when you draw your belly button to your spine.
Right.
So once you're there, as you inhale, press the stick towards your thighs. Hold 2, 3, doesn't have to touch. And then you go back home. Feel it in your shoulders. Pass it down to your comfort level, wherever that is. Hold 2, 3. Go back home. How's that? Easy, medium?
I mean, that's definitely as far as I can get.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you go to that point just before the end range. We
Okay.
got 3 more. Inhale, pull, hold 2, 3, release. Nice part is about the stick is that once you get going, you don't have to grip and worry about it sliding because that's your safety.
Yeah.
Last one. Good. Now hold it there, a little bit less than your end range. Lift the knee up level with your hip and lower it down. 3, 2, 1. Same leg goes up. What you don't want is your left butt cheek to come off the mat as you lower. 3, 2, 1. So your belly stays
like
down. Yep. And it goes up and down for 5. They're called knee folds. One more, then we give your arms a break. And lower. So it's really not about your arms and your legs, it's about your box from your collarbone to your hips. It's all square, meaning
Right.
you're not tilted, you're not twisted. Now you bring it up and we do the other side. Gently pull, belly, lift the knee. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, down without the pelvic shift. Yeah. And lower. Is that your hip creaking?
Not sure what's the hip or knee.
So you notice how it goes past your knee, goes past your hip, hold. So you want the knee to hip line
Okay.
versus the knee past. Yes.
Okay.
Let's just go one more. That was your knee.
Yep.
And lower. Good. And then just bring it up a little. You can actually bend your elbows if you need to let it go. Nearest the door, you let it go. Yep. And just let your hands wiggle. We'll do a couple things without the stick and with the stick so you're not always on it and you get your
Okay.
hands right. So your hands go long by the mat, wherever they're comfy. You have a bowl of milk on your pelvis. Tilt your pelvis south, your back comes up. That's anterior. Tilt it back, posterior flattens. Tilt forward, tilt back. I forgot I have to dumb it down for regular people instead of using anatomical terms.
So, pelvic rocks, got it.
Pelvic rock. And back. And tilt it south. And north. One more. And then bring it back to neutral so you have that little arch in your back. The leg slide, or the heel slide. Slide your heel out along the mat, dig it back in, drag it back in without the pelvic shifting. Yeah, so draw your belly to your spine as you press it. And you bring it back in. There you go. So I know you got a good memory, but I don't think you remember all this. And in. And out. And in. One more. Make sure I got the thing on. Yep, okay. And stop. I will change. And drag that back in. So when you're on like a yoga mat, it's gonna be a stickier. So make sure you're at the end of your yoga mat and you're doing it on the carpet or a hard floor or something where you can slide. You know all these things. This is just a reminder.
It helps.
Yeah. Last one.
Just because I know it doesn't.
Now pull the cheek down. Pull the left cheek down. Slide your heel in.
I'm surprised that my left leg is having more trouble than my right.
Done. Do you have a small ball or a pillow or a block or something?
Probably.
If not, I'll give you one. There's not gonna time it does. Okay, cause those unflate
Right.
or deflate and then you blow them up with your air. Yeah, you don't really need a pump or anything, alright? You squeeze the ball and release the ball all the while this belly button to the spine. So it's not a huge compression. You're not
Right.
tightening the notch on your girdle to the very last, kind of in the middle. And squeeze and release. Mhm. So right now for you, it's about activating muscles versus big workouts.
Right.
Yeah. We'll do 5. One more. Now keep the squeeze. Extend your right leg like you're gonna kick up in the air, bend it back down, same leg goes again. Again, that belly pulls to the spine. It'll have a natural curve. I just don't want you to posteriorly tuck in to flatten it out. There we go.
It's curving too much.
Uh-huh. I see it move usually by wrinkles in the shirt.
Uh-huh.
Last one. Left side. Move. Now, you only go as high as your body allows.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little less. And you only go up just, a little bit from the ground and move right there and then you come right back down. You keep the squeeze. That's the most important part. It's the connection to your center line, which is your inner thighs. Last one. I'm gonna do one extra over here. Belly down, good. There it is. Done. You kind of see that different shift. You
Yeah.
have one side weaker, one side stronger.
I'm surprised that it's on the side though. Huh.
Now we're gonna go make it a little more challenging, not a lot. So think of calf raises. You're gonna
Okay.
squeeze the ball a little, medium. Lift just your heels off by keeping your belly to your spine. Lower your heels, keep the belly to the spine. Lift. Eventually they go off, but this is our start. And lower. Leave a little squeeze. And lower.
My feet move up.
Yep, they can move. They're going to, they're not gonna just stay there. And stopping. Now we just relax for just a minute. Take your arms up in the air. Now, rib cage arms, running your rib cage underneath your bra needs to stay down now with your belly. As you inhale, your arms go back, but your front ribs stay down. Pull your belly down, pull it down, and now come forward with your arms. So it's small. Arms over toward almost halfway. Pull front ribs to the back ribs, pull arms forward. Keep the ball slightly squeezed. That's your goal. 2 things. Ribs down, ball squeeze. And come forward. One more. So that way your wrist stays in line with your shoulder and they're not coming together. And then finally the hands go all the way down to the mat.
Oh.
To the mat.
Let's see more.
Okay.
I'm not trying to mess up my last up.
I know, that's,
Okay. I'm learning.
that's why we just did a couple of them. Now, the last one, I'm gonna add with the arms, is here.
Maybe I won't be long. She's up next to
I know.
you.
So now the knee folds that we did in the beginning were single leg. Now we're gonna press down, hold. Now we're gonna breathe, lift the heels, belly to spine, belly to spine. Belly, yes, and then lower the heels. Belly to spine, lift the heels, pull. Lower the heels, roll it over 4. And lower. Exactly. You're like, oh, this is gonna be easy. No,
The
it's not.
shake in your voice is hilarious. Oh.
Done. That's what everybody says. Man, why do you keep making this hard? Cause it's fun. Now we're gonna test out one leg circle, but I'm gonna give you a prop first. Now you can use, you got bands. You can use a band. Yeah, a yoga tie, a necktie. Don't care. Something that you can travel with.
Right.
Put it on your foot. Yeah, first I gotta get it in there. Okay. So leave your left knee bent. Okay. Now your foot basically left leg kind of hugs the middle like that ball was there. Okay. There we go. So then when it gets really easy, you get rid of the necktie or yoga tie, you do it without. Right now your arms are helping guide it. As you go. And then of course you reverse. Goes the other way. Good. Now make it smaller so the left knee can hug the center line. So that the thighs brush as it goes around. Good. One more. And then you change, of course, to the other side. Yeah. Easy as pie. And I'll try to make it a short video. It's 30 minutes, should be easy for you to do and follow.
Yeah.
One more. Good. Now reverse and tighten your low cummerbund like you're wearing a suit. I know you're not a guy, but you know what it is. Yup. Have your arms help you. Good. Last one. Done. Now put it back on the other leg. Keep your left knee bent. Now lift it straight up and straight down. 3, 2, 1. Control it. No touching the mat. Lift it up and lower. So with Pilates, you get a little stretch, a little strength, and a little stability, which is those 3 S's that you need. Down and lift. Because here you don't got to worry about balance.
Right.
And stop and change. Okay. Lift her up. Now, pull the left butt cheek down, the left pelvis. PSIS. And lift. So is it harder going down on this leg or harder coming up?
I'm feeling my adductors mostly on this one. I know my glutes more on my right, and
Okay.
but this one's definitely I feel like in the adductor.
Okay. And that's common with that muscle, especially if it's
Yeah.
tight, it's taken over.
Yeah. The hamductor.
And stopping.
That's my
Okay.
friend Kathy always calls it the hamductor.
Alright, that's out of the way. Alright, now we're gonna experience the feet in here. Now we're gonna have to do the socks because I forgot the wood, you may slip and feet are grippier.
Usually my sticky skin.
Yeah. So the feet are gonna go in here.
Okay.
We're not gonna do a very big move. Good. Now. Good. Okay. Now the legs are long. Now I may have to adjust this one down. We'll come back to this one later.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust it down.
Okay.
Alright, so now we're gonna take off our stick.
Okay.
This one clips. I'm gonna put him to the side. We're gonna move the stick down to in between the middle hinge and the lowest door hinge.
Okay.
I already got mine there. And we're gonna put our foot loops on.
Okay.
Get foot loops. After we got those clipped in, put these on your feet so you don't have to worry.
That is like off.
Right above the
Yeah, that's
heel.
easier.
Yeah.
I've had one of this is the foot I have almost plantar fasciitis, kind of pain in it. I thought it broke it or something.
Yeah. So if this is like doesn't hold your legs and it feels like it goes down, then you'll adjust it up higher.
Okay.
If it feels like your legs are already way down, it's too low. So
Okay.
find that happy medium.
Okay.
So
but
here
is
we're-
this about where I want it?
This is you want a little tension so it's holding your legs up.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with our long arms, and our first exercise is called frog. Hence, it's just like a frog. You bend your heels in, knees to you, the straps go in the middle, knees, shoulders, heels together, toes apart. Then, just like frog legs, you kick bit of tension on there, so your belly has to draw down your spine and it stays working. So you don't have that big
Right.
arch in your back. Then you press it out and forward. Inner thighs touch, come back in. We do 5 to 8
Okay.
repetitions. And then there's more in the series. You know? So think about going to the height of where the wall meets the ceiling, so it's up a little higher.
Oh, so
On a normal house, you kind of got that upward angle
okay. So we're up.
where a wall and the
like
ceiling
that.
meet. Yep. We'll do one more. We're gonna go for 8. Now belly to spine, just a little, yeah. Good, and then you come back in. Off. Now you put your feet down. Oh. Cause it also works like your
Basic
mental
number and weakness I have. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Hey, but you gotta start somewhere. So the next one in the series is a D, and then eventually you're gonna smooth it out and make a circle.
Okay.
So you start back in your frog and you push out to the end. We press all the way out. And we hold our belly there. Then we open the legs as wide as your mat, 1. Whoa, a little less. Now bring them up to the sky, 2. Close on 3. Press down on 4. Open 1. Up to the sky, 2. Close on 3. We go 5 in each direction, just like this. It's like you got a heavy brick on your belly. And your belly, it's forcing it down. There. There you go. Not so wide, just the width of the mat. Like right there, yep. Last time around in this direction. We go to the top, we stop, close the legs. We reverse, we open 1, down 2, close 3, up 4. When we go down, we do not touch the mat. We go as low as we can keep that belly in. So if it starts puffing up, shorten your range of motion. Like right there, stop, close. There. Very last one. Down a little, close. Up. And then bend the knees and rest. As it gets easier, you'll be able to just fast forward and do them all together in one chunk versus the separation. You just take it as you go. The next one in the series, frog, circle, scissors. We start with our legs up in the air, just like a pair of scissors. One leg's gonna go down while this one stays still, comes back up. The other one goes down, no touching the mat. Only go down as low as your belly stays in versus puffing up. Okay, so one leg goes down, no touching, lift it back up. One leg goes down, good, and up. Glad you're in person, it'd be hard to teach over video and doing this. I'd be like, what's going on? We'll do 5 each. So think about where your pants button, that's the belly I want pulling away from your pants, pulling towards your spine. Yeah. We have 1 more on each side. Good. Finish on the left. Bring it in, bend your knees, put them on the floor. Here's our break time. Yes. But it's not easy, right? It's the control. You put people's feet in the straps and they're all over the place, willy-nilly, and it's just bringing your mind back into your connections.
Right.
1, 2, 3. 4th exercise in the series is going to be beats. Basically opening and closing your legs. We straighten our legs up to the sky. We put a little tension on it, so down 1 inch or 2. And once you have it, you're going to quickly open and clap. Think about clapping your heels, clapping your inner thighs, whatever connects first. And your goal is to keep the straps still. And if they're not wiggle jiggling, you just pull your belly in, go a little slower. Last one. Bend your knees in, go right to the floor. And we just stretch our arms wherever we want to go. And we just breathe it. Got 1 more series left. And I'll shoot another video when you come Tuesday. We'll do different things, so it'll be you have 2 different ones.
Okay.
Then you come in and slip them off your feet. straps to your hands. Now for this, you might have to put them off to the side and slide down a little so we have like a little tension. Yeah. So when your straps are at the ceiling, if you can kind of pull down, that's kind of where we want it. So there's good. So we have this little angle. Legs can be long or not, doesn't matter. Now you can just open them. Yeah. You want to press down a little, hold, and come up. Then press down a little, hold, and come up. If that bothers your hand, I can give you handles. They come with resistance bands. I got tons of them.
Right.
And up. Which is one less piece you have to travel with.
Right.
And press. So your goal is to keep your wrist and your elbow straight like you have no wrist and elbow. So it's a long lever. Same thing, your belly comes down and we do 5 each.
So more like this, don't put your hands
Yeah,
close,
yeah,
Okay.
don't flex. Don't extend the wrist. And then just bend your elbows, put down, let it rest a little bit. There. So we do the series just like we do with the feet. We do a couple here. Next, that one was reach and pull. The next one is going to be circles, 5 in each direction. You put your arms up, draw your belly down, press down a little, circle halfway around, up close. Now you're going to lose tension when you go up over your head, and then you're going to press down and gain it. Totally fine. Yep. So once again, hands don't touch, wrist stays in line with shoulder. Otherwise, then the shoulder crosses the joint. There you go. Nope, yeah, We want it nice and neutral. Then we come up and we reverse. Don't touch it. There. So it's not about your arms, these are your posture muscles. Your belly's drawing down, your shoulder blades are riding right on the mat. You're not coming away from the mat. With your wrist. Fix it so it's nice and tall. Bend your elbows, put it down, and then we'll do the reverse in a minute. Because your first time through, like your first month, you're going to have to take these breaks until you build it back up. Ready for the reverse? Let's do the reverse. No, up. So now you're pressing, oh, hold on, you're going to open to the side walls, down to your hips, and up. Nope, we're going the other way. Now we're doing the reverse. There. How's your wrist? Are they nice and straight like your elbows? No, then we gotta fix it. So here's all of your reminders I know you're gonna make going along the way. Last one. And lower. So we did 5 in each direction. Bend your elbows. The next one in the series is TV arms, not touching the mat. So you're going to bring your arms up to each side wall. Bring them up a little to the sky and press down toward like your hip. You're going to ride above it and then bring them back. You go as low as you can. Hold 2, 3. Go back home. How's your wrists? Especially that right one. Press down and hold 2, 3. And release. Press down and hold. Release. How's your belly? Is it pulled to your spine? Or did you let it go like you were letting your girdle out? Nope, we need to pull it in. Last one. And then release it. There. So that was our third one, counting the circles, 1 each direction is 1. We have our triceps. Our elbows hug our side body, our wrists are neutral. And as we inhale, we press down toward the mat. Touch great. If not, don't worry. Resist it home. Now, when you're resisting it home, you're still pulling your belly button down as you press down. 2, 3. Resist home. That's 2. And we press down. And we go up. Now, how's that feeling on your hands? Do we need the handles? Okay. Now, whatever does bother, you can just grab the strap, but then again, you might lose it, so I'd rather have you do it this way. And press down, and lift it back up. And we're done there. Okay. So we're gonna end with 3 gonna slide up a little, so now you're back in camera view and all your feet are in the view as well. So once you're back up to the top, now we're gonna put one foot on this ball. We're gonna put the other foot on the ball. Here's your challenge. We gotta keep it from going willy-nilly all over. Now once we have it, somebody's going by. That's all right. I'll edit that part out. Okay.
You can let it in.
Alright, so now I want you to draw your belly button down and lift one knee up while the other one stabilizes that ball. And lower down, 3, 2, 1. Now remember, the knee goes right in line with the hip as you lift it, not knee past the hip. Lower it down. Good. Now your butt cheek on the left is staying down, but with your belly, because that's providing the pull. We'll stop right there. There you go, and then lower. And then our left foot moves. Yeah.